Hi, everybody. Welcome to Energy Healing with Cats. Thanks for coming today. And if you're watching this recording later, thank you for joining. Go get your catnip, your treats, and a pendulum or a necklace, and make sure that your kitty has a comfortable place to be with you. So let me get my kitty. So you're gonna have a necklace or a pendulum. I might bring this up a little closer. Get a notepad for questions while we're doing this work. And I'm gonna scooch you in a little closer here. All right, give me a thumbs up if that view is okay. All good? Okay, thank you. Cool. So, before we do anything with our cat or pet, come on, not you. Here. I want you to get grounded. Come here, Suits. So, assuming you're sitting down, just start to feel your feet connected to the ground, or if you're sitting cross-legged, your body, and connect in with the earth. So you can go in, take a few deep breaths. So we're gonna get grounded, centered, connected. And that way we open the space for the cats and for ourselves. So you might even imagine that you have a tail like your kitty and send it all the way down, not like your cat, all the way down into the center of the earth and kind of plug in. Or if you feel more connected by feeling like you are a magnet and the earth is the other side of that magnet, and you feel that pull to connect you to the earth. Just go down, let yourself bring your awareness down into your body. Take a deep breath in the nose, out the mouth or the nose. Let's do another one. So we're going to try to stay connected like that to the earth and to grounding and feeling our seat. And getting connected, we're going to draw up that line into the belly, into our center. So if you want to, you can put your right hand on your heart, your left hand on your belly, and literally feel your body. And there's your center, your torso. And that can help us, just that kinesthetic connection. Take some deep breaths here. If you have a way of connecting to your center, go ahead and do that. If you have your own way of grounding, centering, and connecting, feel free to do what you do. Take a deep breath. One more nice deep breath. Remember to stay connected to the earth, ground, be a little heavy in your seat, and breathe into your belly. See if you can soften there a little bit, connect into the heart. You feel free to stay here longer if you need to. When you're ready, we're going to draw up on that line. So still connected to the earth, connected to our core, and then sending our awareness up through the crown of the head and connecting to whatever you want to connect to, your higher self, your source, your creator, to birth star, whatever you're most comfortable with, all of creation. So it's this big expanding out while staying grounded here on earth and in your body. So we're seeing at all levels, we're opening up to all levels like that, opening the space just by being with these awarenesses. And taking another deep breath. And if you have your eyes closed, start to open your eyes. And we'll look at our kitty. Come up. We have one more cat that might join us. And just let's bring the hands in front of us so we can kind of feel. So what we're going to be doing is doing a treatment with our pet with our hands. So the center of our hands are chakras. And there's thousands of chakras all over our body that are basically what acupuncturists work with. They're called nadis, they're called all kinds of things, and they connect in and make meridians, energy lines in our body. So we have chakras all over the place, but we have these 7 major centers. We humans have them in a line, and we have minor, less big or less significant, but still significant chakras in all of our joints and our palms and our feet. So let's bring our hands, separate them out as wide as you want, and just start to feel. You're going to bring your hands together. You can close your eyes if you want to, and just see where you start to feel a shift between the hands. So you might feel like a buzzing, you might feel a heat, you might feel like kind of a resistance. You might not feel anything, and that's okay. It's totally okay if you're not sure and you can't tell. This treatment will still be effective. Let's take the arms out again, wide, and shake the hands so you're kind of clearing the feeling sense, and then bring the hands back. And everybody has their way of feeling. It could be, again, heat, it could be static, it could be more like you see things in your third eye, you get visions, it could be that you get a gut feeling, so you might just know where the edge field is versus an actual kinesthetic feeling in your palms. So just checking in with your senses. Let's do it one more time. Take the arms out wide and see how far out you can start to perceive that connection between the hands. So it might be quite wide. It may not. Maybe it's really close and you're like, okay, there it is. I start to feel where that is. So just getting a kind of a sensory connection there. So when you're ready, you can shake the hands out, let that go. And hands on the lap, just take a moment, close the eyes, deep breath, and just setting the intention that this is for the highest good, that we're connecting with our pets for their optimal health and offering this treatment. And it doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to go through it and they're going to move around and that's going to be okay. And we're just going to do what we do and trust that it's going to work for their highest good. And you may notice where when we get to it, different areas that feel open or closed and how that feels to you. Okay, so just setting that intention. And then we'll begin. So getting your pendulum or your necklace, whatever you've got. And a cat. So again, their chakras are a little different. They're not exactly in a line. Yes. Can I check you? So their first chakra is here at the root. And you're going to hold your pendulum up about 6 inches, 4 inches above that root and just see if your necklace or your pendulum does anything. So mine's going crazy fast clockwise. So that means her root chakra is healthy and open. So if you don't get anything, it's okay. And if it's really subtle, just pay attention. All right, and let's move on. So we're going to do the next one. Take your pendulum in your hand. You can blow on it to clear it if that works for you, or do what you do. And we'll bring it to the sacral chakra next. So up a little bit higher, right between the hips. Okay, so Suki's sacral chakra is blocked. Her the pendulum's going counterclockwise. It's going just as fast as the first one, which is a good thing. We want the same rate and the same width between all of the chakras. That's one of our goals when we do this work of balancing. Go ahead and clear your pendulum. Next one is the solar plexus right here in the center of the spine. Nice deep breath. See how they calm down? they kind of know. Okay, so her solar plexus is nice and open, just the same as her root. All right, clear your pendulum when you're ready. You can stay longer in different places if you want to. So next, let's see, we'll go up to the heart. So the heart's in the front. So we're just gonna intend that we're gonna check the heart from the back. You can also put your left palm at the heart if they're receptive to that, and hold the pendulum out to the side and get your reading that way. So you can either check it from the back, or you can hold your left hand is your receptive chakra hand to check. So her heart is open, just the same as her solar plexus and her root. And then we move up to the throat, which is on the back for our purposes. Hey. Okay, super wide open as well. Same rate and all that. So just pay attention. And on your notes, if you want to write down what you're getting, that might be helpful. That's what I do when I work with clients. I always take notes so I can compare later. So next is the brow right in the front. And this is where your kitty might want to kind of bat your pendulum if you put it right in front of them. But generally with these guys, like I said, they know and they're just receptive to it. So they just kind of don't really pay attention to it. Yeah. Okay, so her third eye is going much faster than even the fast and open chakras, which is not a good thing. We want everything going the same rate, even if it's going counterclockwise. So we want everything going clockwise and at the same rate by the end of this is the idea. And then the very top of the crown, right above, you know, the top of the head. And again, you can just do it with your intention if they're wiggling around, or you can put your left palm above the crown and check out to the side. So the pendulum is just a tool. It can be useful if you want to check your cat or yourself. You can always check your own chakras too. Woo! Her crown's also going very fast. So she's really up in her head, and probably because she's really excited about these treats here. So there's some treats right there.
That's good, apparently.
Yeah, I guess. So now you know what's going on maybe, or you get a sense of how you work with a pendulum. So we'll do the treatment next. So if you have questions about that, just make a note and we'll address them afterwards. Okay, so we've already felt our palms. We've already kind of seen the path of where we're going with our kitty. So we're gonna start with our right hand at the root. And again, it's just kind of that sense of feeling. Where's the edge? Just pay attention, see if you can sensitize your hands or your gut feeling of like, oh, that's where it is, I just know it. Or maybe you have visions and you can see internally how it looks. So you're just gonna send white light. You're gonna invite the root chakra to receive white light from the right palm of your hand. So your right chakra palm connecting to the root chakra and just offering that gentle connection as an invitation. Sometimes we can do like a big push of energy when they need it, especially when they're sick or they're not feeling well. And that's okay when you can tell they really need that. So right hand at the root. And you can just do this as a treatment for any individual chakra. So if I was just gonna do a fast one, I would just do her sacral chakra and then check in on all of them, because that was the lowest one that was compromised when I checked in with her. So if I was just gonna do kind of a drive-by treatment and just do something real fast for her, that's what I do. Because we're gonna take our time here, we're gonna take the left palm to the sacral chakra and connect the root and the sacral. Send that white light energy in and balance the two. That's the intention here. And taking deep breaths, remember to stay grounded, centered, and connected. And your kitty knows. Or your puppy, if they're receptive. And just stay with it for a little while. You might feel that heat, you might feel static, you might feel kind of a wind or a hole, or you might not feel anything. And again, that's okay. You're still giving an effective treatment. So I can feel that her sacral chakra is kind of stubborn right now. But as we go through the entire system, things tend to change just because we've kind of nudged it a little bit and given the invitation. So we keep going. We don't have to stay with it until it totally shifts, but we can keep going and then check back in later. So as you kind of start the process, it can take a couple hours even for the energy to shift. Sometimes it's instant and you can tell right away. It just depends. So there's kind of a time lapse or a time release action after the treatment sometimes, where it takes a little while for the energy to shift and become cohesive. So let's go ahead and shift up. So we'll take the bottom hand to the sacral chakra and the top hand to the solar plexus, right in the center of the spine. And I would say, because her sacral chakra was blocked, I'd say she's feeling like she doesn't have enough playtime. She's not getting to be creative, and it's probably because she hasn't been allowed to go outside lately, out in the backyard. Our root is our connection to this earth, just like Maslow's hierarchy, getting our base needs met. Sacral chakra is about creating actual babies or just being creative. So making a new life, that kind of thing, being generative. And the solar plexus is about empowerment or self-will, feeling strong in the expression of who Suki is. Totally feeling comfortable in expressing herself completely. Take a deep breath or two, stay grounded, centered, connected while you're doing this work. We're in that space. That's how we open space and connect. You ready to move on? Okay. So moving the right hand to the solar plexus and then the left hand to the heart. So you can kind of come in from the front again, or you can intend that it gets connected from the back. So instead of the throat, you know, we can shift a little bit around on the back and connect to the heart versus the throat, or you can try to come in from the front and under and connect to the heart with the left palm. Is that good? Is that good? You like that? Good stuff. And you know, with animals, they can't talk to us, obviously. So just knowing like when they're feeling a little run down or feeling a little off. Our cats tend to not feel great when it gets cold and rainy. And they are a little older, so they're getting a little more sensitive. And again, take another deep breath. And then we'll switch. So the left palm's going to stay wherever it is, and the right hand's going to come to the throat. So if you are at the top, the hands will just be side by side. And if you're at the front, you'll be doing connecting through the front and the back. It's been a while, huh? Whisper sweet nothings to your cat or your pet, like you always do. Again, take a deep breath. And we'll shift to the brow. So again, the front, the third eye, the space between the eyes. So just the meaning again of the chakras. We talked about the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. Of course, the heart is the heart. You know, it's your connection to love, being loving and receiving love. And the throat, again, self-expression in the way of manifestation. So the solar plexus is more about the expression of just who you are anytime. And the throat is about bringing that expression out into the world. So cats saying meow. And Gigi's really good at that. She's got that down. Third eye is about visions, dreams. Who knows what a cat dreams about? No idea. But maybe psychic knowing as well. Maybe you have that connection with your cat. Another deep breath. Just staying grounded, centered, connected, coming down toward the end of it. So we'll take the left hand's going to stay, the right hand will shift to the crown. And just take some deep breaths with that if you're feeling connected, and just continuing to send this energy in from the heart, from all of those centers, grounded, centered, and connected, from all areas that you're connected like that, intending for the highest good. And again, you can probably tell how they're feeling. So just paying attention to the signs, you know, calming down. Maybe they blink slower. Yawns are really good. When they start yawning, that means they're very relaxed, obviously. Take another deep breath, and we'll shift again when you're ready. You can give your arms a break if you need it anytime. You can always come back in. So we'll take the hand that's in front of the third eye and pass it over the top hand and turn it up. So this is connecting in with the 8th chakra and the heavens, and the point of where we and they and everything, every living creature on this planet comes in through the crown chakra and also leaves in that way at the end of life. And so connecting her, you can also switch your hands if you need to. If they're getting tired or anything like that, it's okay. You won't mess anything up. So connecting them to the highest perspective, highest connection in the universe, like that. And that's usually when I'm working with humans or pets or anyone. This is about the point when I get, after I've been here for a minute, then people go, oh, and they have that kind of like wash over of relaxation, because everything has been connected and has been addressed and is starting to work in concert together now. We walk around all the time, and some chakras want to be in charge over others, or, you know, we lean into certain aspects of ourselves on the day-to-day to just get things done, and that causes the disruption and the continuity of our energy. It's just, you know, that's normal, that's human, it's the way it is. But we can do these practices to bring unity and relaxation to our bodies and to our energy, so that we have optimal energy so we can show up. Let's take another deep breath. And another moment, if you want to stay here longer, feel free. If you are feeling good about shifting, you can release that and just continue to intend that they're receiving good energy. You can give them a little pet. And then we'll do one more check-in on the chakras here in a moment. Just give them a moment to kind of process. See if there's anything you notice or any notes you want to make. When you're ready, we'll go ahead and check the chakras one more time. And if you took notes before, you can write again next to what was there. So with an open chakra, like a clockwise chakra, I would just put a circle. And anything that's not that, you can put an X. And you can get into like special symbols for other things later. But just a circle and an X is good for starting, just to pay attention to what's going on. So go ahead and check your root. Nice. Good job, Juji. Let's pull the pendulum in and just give it a moment. You can blow on it if you like. That's how I clear things. So her sacral chakra is still blocked, still compromised. And if I wanted to, I could give it like that hand boost again and just stay with it for a little while. If we had more time, I might do that. But I also trust that because she's received this treatment and she's responding to it, probably in 10 minutes, that'll start to shift. Maybe in an hour, it'll be like completely all together, all communicating. So checking solar plexus next. And it looks like the rate of the spin has evened out between the 3 chakras so far, so that's good. Let's clear again when you're ready. Next one. So to the heart, again, you can hold your left palm in front of the heart and hold the pendulum out to the side to check, or you can hold it in front of them if they're not gonna try to play with it. So we're opening the heart again. And you can do that same hand thing for all of them if that's easier. Again, clear, come to the throat. You have an open chakra, pretty wide. Okay, we'll clear. Go up to the third eye. And again, if they're wiggling around, it's okay. Just intend that you're checking their third eye and you will get the reading that you need. You might need to practice this for a couple of years. It took me 4 years to really get comfortable with the pendulum, and working with animals was the way that I got comfortable with the pendulum. We'll check the crown. All right. So because I've done this before and I've worked with Suki before, I do think that her energy is gonna even out over time. So I just am gonna give her some time to metabolize that treatment. And maybe in 10 minutes or after we're done with this, I will check in on her again. Okay, and she knows it's over. Now she's ready for more treats. Okay, so I did post how to use a pendulum. There's a whole separate video about that goes in further with my friend Margaret Maddox that we did together last year at some point. So I uploaded that and I can send you that link so you can learn more about it. And our next class is Yoga with Cats on Wednesday at 12:30 this week. And in the last Wednesday in March. So in April, we'll do Yoga with Cats at noon instead of 12:30. So this coming week, 12:30. After that, noon. So you can join me for free there too. And right now, Honoring Equinox e-zine is on sale until midnight tonight at flyingcat.net/wheel. So those are just the things I wanted to let you know. And our friends run this they run a pet store out in Burlington, Kentucky. I haven't checked in with them lately, but they also sell holistic pet treats online. And I just really appreciate her. She's been a friend and a client and a yoga student of mine, and she always brings our pets treats. So I just wanted to let you know. She's in the community, and you can find her at speakpetproducts.com. So she always takes care of our pets. She's been bringing us treats and things for years. So just wanted to say, shout out to Michelle. Thank you so much. And I think that's all I have right now. So join me at theflyingcat.net/wellness. I'll be offering women's wellness this week. We'll be talking about how to help ourselves through our moon cycle and hormones and things like that. So anyone that has a uterus, whether you identify as a woman or not, if you want to join us, you are welcome to do so. And that'll be Friday, I think. I will just double check the website. So that's what I've got. And we'll do time for chatting and questions. I'm going to turn the recording off. Thanks, guys. Join me at theflyingcat.net. Subscribe and notification bell, all that good stuff. Bye.